Wester here. I know this is kind of impromptu what is coaching event. I'm going to do another one this Friday morning. So I have one at night and one in morning so everybody can hear or get on live if they can. I don't want to give people much notice, but I just felt like this is the best way to talk about coaching and really help you guys out. And this video will stay live in here. I will also probably put it on my page as well as put it on YouTube. So I'll put it in a whole bunch of different places just so everybody can see it, because I'm going to give a little different take on coaching this time. Some things have changed for me personally and in the job front. So I just wanted to share that and what's been going on with me and my spirituality, since those of you that follow me on my page know that I am the fit spiritual mom. So I'm about fitness, healthy eating, exercise, but I'm also about spirituality and about finding yourself and figuring out who you really are. So I'm going to tell my story, but it's going to be a little different this time. So who am I exactly? Well, again, I'm Erin Wester, and I'm a 36-year-old mom of 3. I have a 9-year-old, an 11-month-old, and then I also have a third baby up in heaven. It is my 11-month-old's twin sister, and she died at 12 days old. At 6 days, her heart stopped beating, and tried to resuscitate her, but her brainstem died in the process. There were no brain activities, and we gave that decision about having her turn off the machine to God, and God told us to turn off the machine and let her go to Him so she could be our guardian angel and watch over us and make sure that the right things happen for us as a family. So yeah, a little deep, a little spiritual, but these past month or so, this is kind of what I've started to realize, is that we weren't being punished by having our baby die. It was just her greatness was too much for earth, so her greatness reigns over in heaven and watches over us, and all good things have happened in our lives since her death. I know death is not great, that people don't like to talk about death. Death is sad. Yeah, I miss her every day. I cry almost every day missing her. But I know that it wouldn't have been fair to her to just have her in our house on life support, in a coma, never be able to talk to us and never be able to interact with us. And that just wasn't the life that she was meant to have. She maybe would have had 2 years, but that's about it. And our house would not be a happy place. Our house would not be a place of worship. Our house would not be a place to be blessed and praise about, with the baby basically in a coma on a machine in our house. So that wasn't fair to her. And again, her greatness was too much for that. So that's why we had to let her go to heaven. But yeah, coaching. What am I here talking to you guys about coaching for? Well, I am a full-time at-home online health and fitness coach, aka Beachbody coach. I do use Beachbody programs. I do use Beachbody products like Shakeology. I do use the 21-day fix meal plan. And I am an avid Beachbody program user. Like, I will be doing more than one program at a time, because right now I am doing Country Heat, adding a little 21-day fix extreme, and some 3-week yoga retreat. So I'm always doing something, some kind of Beachbody program. I've done almost every single program, and obviously I have my favorites, but at-home workouts is what works for me. I was going to fitness classes back in 2008 and going to Weight Watchers, but I hit a plateau. I had lost about 25 pounds and I was stuck. I couldn't get any further. So that's when I found P90X, Turbo Fire, Shakeology, and that's how coaching basically found me. When I became a coach in 2010, I was about to graduate with my master's in social work from a private university. So I had $100,000 of student loan debt hovering over my head. Because when you go to private college, it's very, very, very expensive. And for grad school, you don't get grants. As a single mom of my son at that time, I got grants to go to undergrad. And, you know, I really maybe had $15,000 of debt after 3 years of college for my bachelor's. And then I decided I wanted to go to Loyola, which is super expensive. But it was a very good education, and I feel like the education was worth it. I worked as a social worker for about 6 years. I did child protection for about half of those. I've done investigations. I've also done the ongoing aspect, getting families back together. So yes, I've taken kids, ripped families apart, but I've also helped put families together and helped kids who can't go back with their families find their forever home. I've done also numerous other things in social work. So I've worked in a homeless shelter with mothers and children. I have worked in a residential facility for mentally ill adults, mostly veterans. So I'm very familiar with the VA system. I've also been a guardian for adults that have been deemed incompetent, be it mental health, Alzheimer's, old age, anything that they've been deemed incompetent by a judge. So I've also done that as well. So I've done a few different things, but social work is hard. Social work is stressful. And I've always kind of had this Beachbody thing in the background. In the beginning, it was mostly to pay off debt because I knew I was going to have huge student loans over my head. The dog just came in. And I knew that I was already in a super lot of debt because I was a single mom living with my parents. And even to find the money to sign up, I maxed out my last credit card to sign up to be a coach. So, I took it serious for about a year, really built up my business, but then I kind of let it go for about 3 years. I didn't really do anything. I had reached my weight loss goal using P90X, TurboFire, and Shakeology. And I kind of just thought if I stopped, I would just stay the same size. And yeah, that doesn't happen that way. But, I let my business go for 3 years, and I let it go from making about $700 a week to making about $200 a week. But, I was okay with that. I was making pretty good money as a social worker. At that time, I was still living with my parents. I did move in with my now husband about 4 years ago. I moved in with him. So, I was doing okay. I had a good job, had a good man. We were going to get married. We were going to have a family. Everything was going really, really good. And then we got married and went on the Beachbody Success Club trip for our honeymoon. Yes, we planned our wedding around the Beachbody Success Club trip. It was a cruise, and it was, even though I hadn't 100% earned the trip, it was a heck of a lot cheaper than a regular honeymoon. So, we were going to go on this trip, and we weren't intending to really work the business still, and we were just kind of going to not hang out with the Beachbody people, just do our own thing. But obviously, you go to the pool, you go to the hot tub, you talk to people, and people were doing this full time. People were making 6 figures, 7 figures. Were retiring their husbands. Were staying home with their kids. Were 100% debt free. And I said, I still have tons and tons of debt. So why not me? I had about $30,000 in credit card debt. I had a $15,000 car loan. I had $100,000 in student loan debt. So, I had a lot of debt. So, I hadn't been paying off my debt with my money. I'd been living my life how I wanted to live it and not really paying off my debt and just keep using credit cards. And I just knew nothing about money. I was really financially stupid. So I really, on that trip, I thought to myself, we're going to have a family. And do I really want to count on my parents and family and daycare to raise my kids? And I thought back to when I was in school and working and so busy and how I never saw my son, and he was with my parents all the time, and they saw him more than me, and how upset I was every single day when I had to go to work or go to school or whatever I had to do, how I just wished I could stay home with him. There were days I called in sick because I just wanted to be with my son. That's pretty sad, but that was how I felt, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I wanted to be there for all my kids' activities because I would miss sporting activities. I would miss practices. I would just miss stuff. And I didn't want to do that anymore. So at that point, we decided that by the time we had a family, we would be making 6 figures with Beachbody. That was our sweeping declaration. So, I came home from the trip and I reached out to my coach. My original coach was no longer with Beachbody. And so I reached out to this woman called Barbie Decker. Now Barbie Kalev. She is married to Sagi, but she's my coach. She had reached out to me a couple times. I kind of ignored her because I didn't really want to work the business. But I reached out to her. I said, what do I need to do? I need to make this my full-time job. I need to make 6 figures. What do I do? So she put me in a new coach boot camp. And I worked my butt off. And within 10 weeks, I built this $200 emerald business up to a $1,000 one-star diamond business. So I was making $200 a week. I was making $1,000 a week. disclaimer, Beachbody does not guarantee income. It's all based on the individual effort each individual person puts in. So within 10 weeks, I had built my business from Emerald to having 3 coaches, being a 1-star diamond team that had 15 coaches, and I was making about $1,000 a week. And, I was so happy. I just kept building. I kept working. And, this was working maybe 12 hours a week max, because I was working a 48-hour a week plus business job. Plus I would commute 1 hour each way. So, I didn't have a lot of time. If I wanted to spend any time with my son, I could put in maybe 10 hours a week if I was lucky. So I built it to $1,000 a week business, only working 10 hours a week, which is crazy. After a year we got pregnant and found out we're having twins, and then it was really push, because no way could we afford daycare for 2 kids. No way. And 2 kids are expensive. Twins are expensive. So we had to push. At that time, I think I was making about $1,250, $1,300 a week, which is pretty good money. It was more than double what I was making as a social worker. And, we weren't at 6 figures yet. I was considering, I wanted to give a 3-week a notice at the end of my maternity leave. I didn't want to give up the stability. We didn't want to give up the insurance. But then something happened. So the pregnancy was going very, very well. And about 6 weeks before they were due, my doctor asked me about work. And I said, I have to drive an hour to get to work. She's like, no, you can't do that. You have to stay within the county. So all of a sudden, I had to work half time, and I couldn't go anywhere. I would go visit clients all day. That's what I did for my job. So I basically, for 4 weeks, I had to work half time. I had to work from home. And then I was going to need a 10-week maternity leave instead of 8. 10 to 12, just depending on when I actually had my C-section scheduled, because it was twins and it was going to be a C-section. So, I called HR and they said, nope, sorry, we can't approve that. And after 4 weeks of part-time, you're going to be let go. They couldn't afford to not have somebody half time for 4 weeks and then be off another 12. They couldn't afford that. So basically I was let go from my job. I hadn't been there a year yet, so I didn't qualify for the Family Medical Leave Act yet. So basically I didn't have to leave my job. I was basically fired from my job. And yeah, we were making 6 figures, but I was making double what I was making as a social worker. We were going to be fine. And, had the babies, everything was good, and then 6 days in, disaster struck that I talked about earlier, where where Victoria stopped breathing, and she ended up having to have the machines turned off and pass away. So then you have all those medical bills from 6 days at Children's Hospital, being on life support, basically. Then you have funeral, and you have burial, and all these things that you never think you're going to have to do. Flowers, food for people. Luckily, a lot of people donated a lot to us. One of my good friends, Courtney, set up a Fund Me account to help raise money, which that money 100% paid for what we had to pay for medical bills. The bill was over $100,000, but thanks to the excellent insurance we had, we only had to pay $3,500 out of pocket. A lot of people would say, oh my gosh, how did you do that? But that was honestly paid for with donations. While she was sick and after she passed away, I couldn't work. So I didn't really work my Beachbody business for two months. But my team really picked up the slack. My Beachbody family was there for me. All the local Beachbody people from my team went to the funeral and were there and raised money for us so we could have a gift card to buy food. Beachbody did so much for me that we didn't have to worry about paying for the burial. The ambulance, that wasn't covered by insurance either. Those were all things we had to pay out of pocket. And thanks to Beachbody, we were able to do that. I didn't have to put in notice for bereavement. I didn't have to worry about meeting quotas. My Beachbody business just kept working for me for those 2 months. And that's the beauty of Beachbody. And it's not a pyramid scheme. It's not a scam. It's nothing like that. People are understanding. People know when you have tragedy happen, and they're still there, and they're still willing to work with you afterwards. And that's what the beauty of this business is all about, And And I've been a full-time Beachbody coach, I guess, since October of last year. So I'm coming up on being a full-time Beachbody coach for a year. I'm still not to six figures, but I will be to six figures, and I'm still building my business, and I'm still working my business. I'm still learning. I'm always learning how to be a better coach, and about network marketing, and about social media, and there's always things to learn. And that's really what I'm doing. And I felt that I've grown so much more as a leader, so much more as supporting my challengers. My challengers and my coaches are my family. And that is how being a Beachbody coach is amazing. A couple weeks ago, I was offered an opportunity to apply for a part-time high school youth leader at my church. So my church is my family. We got married there. Our kids were baptized there. We had our daughter's funeral there. Helped with Vacation Bible Camp every summer since we've been members for 4 years. And this is amazing church family, church community. And this part-time job kind of came up at the right time. Alex is getting older, and it was just really time to do something on the house. Beachbody is great. I love Beachbody coaching, but I need something in the community. I need to feel like I'm giving back. And this job was just a real opportunity for me to do that. And I gave it to God. I said, if this is how I'm supposed to make a difference, if this is what I'm supposed to use my story for to impact others, help me get this job. And after interviewing, I got the job in 3 days. So that shows you that God has a plan. I can stress about all the new things that I'm having to learn, but it's all kind of working itself out because I know it's God's plan. And it doesn't affect my Beachbody business. I need to get out and be with other people. I need to socialize and make an impact on others. And this just gives me feel like a farther purpose than just working from home and being an online Beachbody coach. As long as I love Beachbody, I needed a little something extra. And this is the perfect something extra. 10 hours a week, a little extra money to help pay off debt is fabulous. So what do I exactly do every day as a coach? So this is what I do. Like this is exactly what I do. Come and talk to people about what coaches are. I run challenge groups. I run paid challenge groups where people are on Shakeology and doing a workout program. But I also run free groups too. So I'm going to be starting a personal development book club group, which is going to be the first Monday of every month. We're going to read a different book every month. For me, I do a lot of self-esteem, confidence building, leadership stuff, things like that. Really putting in my mind that I'm worth it, and that I'm great, and that I'm good, and that I'm the best version of me. And those are the kind of books I like to read. So hopefully the kind of people that I attract to my page are the exact same way. Those are the kind of books that are gonna appeal to them. So reading The Happiness Project in October. I'm very excited to read it with a group. We'll kind of read it, split it up in 30 days and read it together and kind of give our takeaways and help each other during the process. And I think it's going to be fantastic to do this every single month. So anyone is welcome. You can be on another team. You can be not one of my customers, not one of my coaches, just a regular person, not be involved in Beachbody at all. But if you want to be part of a virtual book club on Facebook, that's what this group is for. And I'm also going to be doing a fall crockpot clean eating group as well in October. I'm going to start on Halloween actually. So, I do free groups as well. So I also have a accountability and support group. And the only requirement for that group is that you are one of my free customers through teambeachbody.com. You just need to have a free account and name me as your coach so that I can legally work with you and give you advice in that way. Personalized advice. So, I run free groups like that. As I said, I also do the paid challenge groups every month. And I also have a team of coaches. So I have mostly women. I have one male coach, 2 if you count my husband. And I help them build their businesses and run their own challenge groups and still treat them as customers as on their own fitness journey. But as I said, I have a team under me that is building and working and doing great things. And we're making impacts in people's lives. And we are seriously a family. It is not like a regular job. It is seriously a family, like you're in a family business. And network marketing can get lonely. Being a Beachbody coach can get lonely. So we have weekly team calls where we all get together on video chat and talk that way. I also do one-on-ones to people who are really doing the work and really make an impact on them, on their own time and financial freedom, because that's what I strive for, time and financial freedom. The time freedom to be with my family whenever I want, make my own schedule, which I still get to do even working with the church, is that I know what hours I need to be at the church, and I kind of plan everything for my business around that. But I also know when my family has stuff going on, and those are my number one priority still, even with coaching and working at the church. It just is a little more juggling, but I can handle it. That's what I love. I love to multitask. I just want to make a difference whatever way I can. If it's not through health and fitness, it's going to be through spirituality with other moms. It's going to be through my faith with the church and the high school ministry. Also working a little bit with the middle school and children's ministry as well. We just kind of all work as a team. So the children's ministry, high school ministry, and middle school ministry all work together, and we work together as a team. And it's a really great feeling to know there's someone there to go talk to in person. So, that's really what I do as a coach. And I support my challengers however much they want to be supported. Comment when they post in the challenge group, and just really support them. Same thing with my coaches. Give them videos to watch, give them training, or at least support them in helping build their social media, because that's really what I've been learning lately is social media. And that's really what I do as a coach. And it's all about doing the 4 vital behaviors as well, which is connect, 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 and invite, 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 which means that we're connecting with new people every day and inviting people to either coaching or challenge group or free group every day. I built my business 100% on social media. So that's how I teach my coaches to do the same thing. But I met so many amazing people through my page. Most of you who are here right now, I met you through Facebook on my page, and we have great relationships and a great friendship. And I want to build those relationships more with you guys, actually, get to know you more and make sure that you 100% fit on my team, because I want people that are like me, like-minded people who really, really want to make a difference. However you want to do it, through health and fitness, through your community, through your church, through your full-time job. You can still have a full-time job and run this business. As I said, I used to have a 40 plus with a 10-hour weekly commute job, and I still built this business on 10 hours a week. So I can show you how to do that. You just need to be disciplined and you need to be organized, but you can do it. How do we earn? So basically, we get a 25% commission off what we sell. Yes, we sell Beachbody programs and Shakeology, but we're not salespeople. I sell by sharing my journey. I think I post once or twice a week, about once a week about coaching and once a week about my challenge groups. Besides that, I'm just posting about my life, posting about my fitness, posting about my nutrition, and just sharing. And when we do sell programs or challenge packs, we do get 25% commission, but that is honestly not where I make most of my money. It's mostly from the team I have built under me. So as your team grows, you're going to earn money off of what your team does. So the more people that your team helps, the more money you make. And I would say 80% of my income is based off of my team. And that's really where the residual income is. And as you continue to grow your team, you're able to open more business centers and just even more team volume that you can cash in on as you get even higher up, 2-star, diamond, and above, which means you have 2 diamond leaders under you. You get bonuses from Beachbody sales every quarter. And you also get, if you hit Success Club every month, that's helping at least 3 people a month. You get additional little prizes every month. There's the Success Club trips, which for hitting Success Club, you earn money towards paying for those trips. And now in the future, they're going to let you sign up for these trips ranked based off how many Success Club points you have. So it's all about how many people you help on a monthly basis, yearly basis. So the more people you help, the better chance you're going to have to go on these trips. And as said, they're pretty great trips. I've been on 2 cruises with Beachbody. There's been a Cancun trip, Bahamas, Disney World. Next year is Punta Cana. I don't know for the year after that. But even if you have even higher goals, if you are top 10 in the whole network of Beachbody, you get to go on a free trip to places like Italy, France, Bora Bora, things like that. But that is even higher up if you're one of the top 10 out of the whole entire organization. So I have some allergy stuff going on. But I mean, so there's tons of incentives, tons of prizes, tons of gifts, tons of ways they recognize us, which is a great thing about Beachbody. And your ability to earn is crazy. There are tons of people that have earned $1 million, that earn $6 million a year, have retired their husbands, had paid for their kids' college, had paid for expensive private schools. Just what you can do with Beachbody is seriously endless. And now I just wanted to kind of go over some Beachbody coaching myths and kind of bunk those myths. The first myth that I always hear is, you know what, I still have weight to lose. I'm still on my journey. I can't be a coach. 100% not true. There was maybe 3 years of my whole almost 6.5 years of coaching that I was in the shape I wanted to be in. It took me till 2011 to hit my goal weight, and then 2 years after that, it kind of slipped back in, and then I got pregnant with twins and gained another 50 pounds, and now I'm still on my journey because it takes me literally 3 years to lose 60 pounds. That's just me. I hit plateaus. I go up and down, but I'm working on some digestive and gut issues right now, and hoping when that is fix that my weight loss will happen faster. But you absolutely do not have to be super fit to be a coach. People actually tend to connect with you better if you're on the journey with them. I found that to be true. I have a hard time listening to people that were 100% fit because I have a hard time seeing where they were at. And I think being able to share my struggles with people and let them know I'm on the same journey as them, I think is very, very helpful when you're working with customers or building a team. You need to know a lot of people. That's another myth. I don't know anybody. I can't coach people. Who am I going to talk to? There are millions of people on Facebook to talk to. I probably meet 5 to 10 new people every day on Facebook. And that's without even really looking for them. People, once you're consistent on social media, people are going to see you on there. People are going to want to connect with you. You can go into Facebook groups and meet new people. I mean, you can meet new people in your town as well, but you don't have to do that. You can build this 100% on social media with people you've never met before. And so you don't need to know a lot of people. I'm a very shy person and very introverted, but I still have no problem talking to people on Facebook and getting on a video chat with someone and really getting to know them. You have to be great at internet marketing. Not true. I will teach you everything that I've learned in the last 6 years about internet marketing, everything I've learned in the past 6 years about social media. I'm always doing some kind of training, and I'm always passing the information on to my team. Again, we have weekly team calls where we're doing trainings and giving you guys tips and advice. And you can always follow our pages and kind of see what we're doing and kind of do the same thing, but directed towards you, because you have to be 100% you on Facebook. If you're willing to share you and your journey, you will do great at this business. You have to get it early to be successful. No, not at all. So I've been a coach for 6 years, but for 3 years, I didn't work the business at all. Sure, there are people that are $1 million earners who've been in the business for 9 years, but there's people who are $1 million earners who've been in the business for 2. So it really doesn't matter how long you've been in the business. It really depends on how much work you want to put in and how fast you want to build this thing. If you don't want to build it super fast, don't build it fast. Do it however you want. So it doesn't matter when you got in. It's all 100% based on what you put into the business. Do you need to be a good salesperson? No. Like I said before, you don't sell. I don't feel like I sell anybody. People will come to me and ask me about stuff. I will build relationships with people and say, hey, I don't really know if this is for you or not, but I have this coming up. And it's a really easy way to just transition into having a regular conversation with someone into, it's cool if it's not for you, but I need to share this with you because it's just freaking awesome. That's how I have gone about inviting. Now, I used to really dread inviting people to the business, but if you're not telling people about your business, you don't have a business. So I've just kind of learned this whole, I don't know if this is for you or not. It's totally fine if it's not, but I really need to share this with you. And just really share what the fitness part is doing for you, what the business part is doing for you, what changing your eating habits is doing for you. If you're able to work less hours at your job, what those hours do for you. For me, it was the time freedom. So I'm always emphasizing the time freedom and then the debt we're paying off, because I paid off all $30,000 of my credit card debt. I have no more credit card debt. Plus I am, working on paying off our third car as well as my student loans. So, I mean, it's really about getting financially free, and we're still working on that. If I was still at my social work job and working Beachbody, we would probably be a lot further. But how I see it is that our kids are only young once, and we need to really take advantage of this time that we have with them when they're little. And, as they get older and don't want to really be around us anymore, we can work even harder and pay off our debt faster. But, I mean, we are getting a good handle on it, and we're paying off more than minimums, absolutely, with no credit card debt. Yeah, we still have a mortgage. Yeah, we have student loans still. Yeah, we have car loans still, but, we're way better off now than when we were. When we go on vacations, we can pay in cash and not put on a credit card. That's probably the best feeling, is to use my debit card and not to use my credit card. I do use my credit card, and I just pay off at the end of each month. I do that with the regular general expenses for the household, just to build credit that way. So those are really the coaching myths. And then basically, how do you get started? So really what happens is you sign up to be a coach. Baby's crying upstairs with my husband. Sign up to be a coach, and then you would go into my 7-day new coach boot camp, where you would learn really the basics of, let me just shut the door. Sorry about that, guys. Where you would really learn the basics of coaching, get your website set up, things like that, do your announcement, your coaching announcement that you're opening your coaching business on Facebook. So you do the 7-day training, and we would also do a getting started right call, which would be me and you one-on-one, talking about your goals, talking about your dreams, talking about what kind of support you want, talking about how fast or slow you want to build this business, but what your goals and dreams are. Maybe you don't want to quit your job. Maybe you just want to save money for your kids' college, or you want to pay off debt, or you just want something to help keep you accountable, and you feel coaching would help keep you accountable and give you a little extra money. Just however you want to work your business. It's 100% up to you, and I'll support you whichever way you want. But after the first 7-day new coach boot camp, we have basically 3 more weeks of training that you do at your own pace. And the goal is to get you to the first rank, which would be an Emerald coach with two coaches under you, and hitting Success Club, which means helping 3 people a month. So that's really the first goal. And then there's advanced trainings after that, and there's always other trainings. If you're doing well and getting successful points, you earn more time with me. So really, the more work you're putting in, the more results you're getting, the more time you'll get with me. Because, with my kids, which are my number one priority, my family, my time is limited. But if you're willing to do the work, I'm willing to help, and I'm willing to give you one-on-one advice. So let's say you want to get started as a coach. You think it sounds really great. You think you would be a great fit on my team. There's 3 different ways you can get started. So I would say the VIP way, the most expensive way to go, is with a Showcase Challenge Pack. And that includes 21-Day Fix, PIO, and Insanity Max 30. So you get those 3 programs, along with 30-day supply of Shakeology and a 30-day trial to the Beachbody Club, as well as some Shakeology tote bags, some product catalogs, just a few little random cool little Beachbody swag gifts. You get all that for $295, which is like half off. You're getting 3 programs where most of them range from $60 to $120. You're getting a Shakeology, which is worth $130, and all the extras, as well as your $40 coach sign-up fees waived for the $295, which is a crazy deal. And then you have 3 programs to do and be a product of the product and really share what you're doing on your journey. But you don't need to spend $295. The other option is to just go with a challenge pack. There are, I believe, 7 challenge packs right now on sale for $140. And those are 21-Day Fix, 21-Day Fix Extreme, Country Heat, size, PIO, 22-minute hardcore, the 3-day refresh, and the Beachbody On Demand challenge pack. So for each of those, that would be your 30 days of Shakeology, your 30-day free trial to Beachbody On Demand, your workout program with meal plan and DVDs, and Shakeology Shaker Cup. And you also have the $40 coach sign-up fee waived, and that's all $140. There are other ones that are more expensive, but I mean, it really depends on what program you want to get started with. 21 Fix is always a good way to go, because with the meal plan, especially if you need to work on nutrition, Country Heater size are great if you're a dance person. PIO is great if you want to work on your flexibility, things like that. So I mean, that's a little bit for everybody in those. And then, as I said, the $40 coach sign-up fee is waived. You could also go in the lowest way, which is with the $40 coach sign-up fee. You don't have to buy anything, no programs, no Shakeology, no anything like that. And then you would get whatever you just purchase after that for 25% off. Additional perk of being a coach is you get 25% off Shakeology. So instead of paying $130 for Shakeology, I pay $95 for Shakeology. With me and my husband on it every single day, that's well worth it. But I mean, you don't have to be on Shakeology. There's things like the performance line, things like that you can go on, because to stay as an active coach is what you really want to do. You either have to have your own $50 purchase a month, or you need to sell at least $50 a month. It's better to make sure that you have an order going through, so you always know that you're always active and you'll always be able to earn those team cycle bonuses from your team. I believe you can still make commissions when you're inactive, but anything beyond that you wouldn't be able to do if you were inactive. So the goal would be to be an active coach. So, Shakeology isn't for you. Maybe the Beachbody Performance line is for you. On my account, we get Shakeology, and on my husband's account, we actually get the Performance line. So that way we keep both of us active, but we get all the products that we want. So that's really how you get started. So it can range from $40 to $295, just depending on how much money you have to put in. But really the best way to go is the $140, because you're getting the Shakeology, the workout program, Beachbody On Demand, all those things for $140, plus the $40 sign-up fee is waived. So you're probably getting about 50% off if you go that way. And I would love to help you pick out a program if you're not sure what program is right for you. So that's really how to get started. And I do have another new coach bootcamp starting in October. So I like to have 5 ladies to work with in October and really work really closely as a group. That would really be the goal, is to all work closely as a group and kind of split everybody else up into success partner pairings, so you have another person to support you that are in the same place as the business as you are. So that's really my goal, in getting you guys started this week, hopefully. I didn't have any questions submitted to me previously, so if you guys have any questions, always post under this video. You can message me, you can email me, coacherin.wester@gmail.com. I'm always here to help and answer any of your questions, and I would love to chat with you and see what your goals and dreams are, and if you would be a good fit for this business. So let me know your thoughts, and I hope to be talking to all of you soon. Everybody have a fantastic Tuesday night. Bye.